Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for NACTA for the invitation to be here tonight, and more especially thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to have a listen to the candidates. And I do want to acknowledge all the candidates who've spoken and other candidates who are yet to speak. Look, it's a great pleasure to be here. What people are talking to me about is what has been revealed to me both on the street and in the survey that I've been doing through my website. Roads is the one that is of top priority, and I know how important roads are to every one of you. This council spends something like $7 million on maintenance, $7 million plus, and in this budget year there's over $14 million being spent on capital. In truth, there is not sufficient money to do all the road jobs that are sitting out there in front of the infrastructure engineering team at the moment. The federal assistance grant has been frozen. The amount of money that comes from the federal and the states for particularly road maintenance has reduced, and as a consequence of that, the need for the road levy really comes into play. Get rid of the road levy, and that puts a further stress and strain on the road maintenance program within our council. It would simply, the roads would further deteriorate. The next point that people talk to me about is economic growth and development. And I agree. Empty shop fronts, we all know, produce a negative feeling and a negative signal. We need to send out some positive signals for the employment of our families and the employment of our kids. We need a strong economic base within our region. We want our consumers to be happy. We want them to have choices with the shops that they can shop at. What I'd like to do is work more enthusiastically with our agricultural land to assist them with irrigation waters, to enable them to become more productive, to grow other types of crops, to enable them to be able to employ more people. And this is occurring through the South Burnett Directions Group. And I'd like to see our council continue to support businesses to grow bigger and to put out the welcome mat to developers, to let them know that we're open for business and that they are certainly welcome to come into our region. The third point that people talk about is the issue of rates. And as a property owner, I know when I open my rate bill, I want to get a feeling that the rate money is being used wisely, spent wisely in the production or the supply of services, swimming pools, parks, gardens, libraries. We have to acknowledge that we're living in the 21st century, and we need to ensure that our region, that our towns and villages look attractive, that invite people to come in and want to live, and better than that, to come in and invest to provide the job creations that we need. I can happily report that the financial status of the South Burnett Regional Council has a very favourable tag of approval from the Queensland Treasury Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, I've worked across the region with a lot of clubs, groups and organisations in the South Burnett. And in order to do this job, you need to have a dream, you need to have a passion, you need to have a mission, and most importantly, it needs to be communicated to you, the people. It's a case of this council does a lot that is right, but there's always room for improvement, and new technology alone demands that such be the case. Ladies and gentlemen, previous councils have done a great job, and I'm not going to condemn nor tear down what others before me have put together. Rather, my plan is to continue the good work, build up and make more solid the foundations of the South Burnett region. We need to be proud. We need to be proud of our South Burnett region. And I plan to work with you, ladies and gentlemen, communicate with you, let you know what's happening within our South Burnett region so that we can collectively, together, we can achieve the goals, the ambitions and the desires of each one of us in this room tonight.